161 control.
Good.
I'm Sergeant Paetzel with the Mercer County Sheriff's Department. I work for the Mercer County Sheriff's Department and have for the last 18 years. I'm one of the supervisors on evening shift, and evening shift runs from 4 p.m. in the afternoon till midnight. Control will be 1031 Honecker Avenue. We're human beings like everybody we deal with, but we come in for whatever our shift is, 8 hours or 16 hours, and we have to deal with other people's problems and arguments and situations like that. But then after we pull our 8-hour shift or 16-hour shift, we're human like everybody else and go home to the same problems.
Officers are shown to probably deal with between 200 or more traumatic incidences in their career, over a 30-year career. Contrary, the normal citizen out here averages about 1 in a lifetime.
There was only 3 of us out in the county that night. I was on midnight shift. One, I think, was in Blue Well. The other, I think, was all the way in Matoka. And I happened to be coming just down off of Crumppecker whenever the call came out. So I'm like, I'm right here on top of it. So I told him I was close, I would take it. And whenever I popped around the corner, I hit him with my spotlight, and he sticks his arm out the window and shoots at me. I'm like, wow, okay. So I turned my spotlight off. I'm like, yeah. I was like, he's still shooting. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he doesn't realize that it's the police. So I turn on my blue lights. He sticks his arm out the window again and shoots at me again. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. And what it was, he had been busted several times for selling drugs, and he didn't have money for Christmas for his kids. We ended up in a standoff with him for most of the night, and he finally decided that jail wasn't the place for him, and he ended up committing suicide in front of us.
Has that stuck with you at all?
Yes, because even though he was selling drugs, which is horrible and it's wrong, I mean, you can't justify it, he wasn't a bad person whenever we dealt with him.
The biggest thing, we want to do is break down the old mindset of, to block it out, not talk about it, or as an officer, you're weak because you've shown some kind of effects of the job.
Starting into this job, I always, at the beginning, I made a choice to do my best. Sometimes you have bad days and bad weeks, and it follows you home, and you have to find an outlet, sometimes a wife or friend or whoever you can vent to. I do my best to, whenever I get home and take my uniform off, to not bring the job home with me. I fish and I hunt, I play golf, and I spend a lot of family time with the wife and our little girl, and it's really just about spending time with them and disconnecting and kind of resetting your mind and forgetting about the previous day, sometimes the previous week, depending on how it goes.